everyone. I'm Vidisha Saraf and I welcome you all to yet another episode of Hall of Fame. I'm very happy to have with me today Shamsuddin Meghjani, and he's got a very interesting and inspiring journey. So he's an entrepreneur based out of Hyderabad, and he's joined his family business 6 to 7 years ago. In the lockdown in June 2020, Shamsuddin decided to start his ACCA journey, and by December 2021, he managed to finish 8 out of his 13 papers in ACCA. So I'm going to ask him a host of questions about his journey in this last 1.5, 2 years, and I recommend you watch this video till the end. Also, if you want to watch such inspiring videos, interviews, and a lot of other content on professional programs in the commerce space, you can subscribe to our channel below. So it's over to you, Shamsuddin. Hi, welcome today, and I'm so happy to have you here today.
My pleasure, completely my pleasure being here, ma'am.
Yeah. Shamsuddin, could you brief our audience about your entrepreneurial and academic journey? It's been pretty interesting. You've been doing your business, you joined your father's business for 6, 7 years, and then you again felt the need of studying, and how ACCA like? If you could just brief us.
So hello everyone, this is Shamsuddin Meghjani from Hyderabad, and I have been into my dad's business for the past 6 to 7 years. My journey actually started, for my business journey, it started in the year 2013. And before that, I would say that I started up my chartered accountancy qualification, and I was able to complete my one of the groups of IPCC as well. But what happened is that the structure of chartered accountancy didn't suit me. And after giving repetitive 2 or 3 attempts, what I did is I joined into my dad's business, and I completely felt interested that I can assist him in some regard. So what I did is I continued with his business. Later on, I did feel that I should complete my education, and my dad also, he appreciated me that I should do that. At that time, I could find out CIMA as an appropriate qualification. And at this time, I was just surfing around in order to find a very good faculty for CIMA. I came across Prakash sir's videos on YouTube. I just rang him up and took all the details which are relevant to CIMA. He guided me accordingly. I did complete the basic level, and then I entered into the operational level as well. And I gave one of the papers at operational level, and I was just about to give my operational case study, but because of my business commitments, once again, I had to leave that attempt for operational case study. And then again, 1.5 years gap I had to give for it. Then suddenly what happened is we were all affected with COVID lockdowns here and there. In March 2020, I believe the COVID lockdown was imposed in India. And at that time, I wanted to make out something from this time. People saw that this is a very huge challenge for everyone. And I thought of coming up with some kind of an opportunity out of this challenge. So what I did is I started surfing for some of the courses which could actually be suited with regard to my capacities and my time commitments. I just went through and I could research out ACCA. And then once again, the person who helped me out with this is Prakash sir. I gave him a call, and he told me, yeah, we can definitely go ahead with this, but it will require commitment and no more leaving things behind. I told, yes, I'm definitely committed to it. And this could happen just because my dad is really cooperative, and my mom is really cooperative, and my wife is also very cooperative. And they actually encouraged me to continue my education once again. And in the month of June 2020, I started up with my ACCA qualification, and with God's grace and Prakash sir's supervision and guidance and my family's support, I was able to complete 8 papers. I have 3 in the knowledge level and 5 at the skill level by December 2020. And I'm just left out with 1 paper at skill level and 4 papers at the professional level now. So this is all my journey.
Very interesting. So what business are you in, Shamsuddin?
We are into 2-wheeler spare part trading businessman over here. And it has been quite an old firm. My dad entered into this business in the year 1992. And ever since it's our family business. So I joined into that business. I'm assisting him in that business as well. At the same time, I am taking up this qualification.
Okay, great. So like you shared, you had taken up the CIMA qualification also, but unfortunately you had to take a break. You were not able to pursue it further. And then finally in the lockdown, you thought that you should be adding some value and trying to get some knowledge, and trying to take your business to the next level. And then you must have done your research as to what you need to do.
Yeah.
And this time around, I think you came up with real determination because you've been very, very consistent with your performance.
Yes.
I mean, you've gone the longer way. You have not got any exemptions. So you took up the ACCA qualification with all the 13 papers. And
Yes,
you managed to complete 8 papers in, say, about 1.5 years' time?
Yes,
June 22, December 21.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. But Shamsuddin, I'll just tell us a little about, just share a little about how and why you thought of doing the ACCA program. I'm sure you wanted something for your business, enhancement of your business acumen, your business skills. So how is it that you thought of doing ACCA?
Actually, ma'am, I entered into this particular course when I just saw the course content. I felt that this is really practical and this can be applied to your business. Very small circumstances which come into your business, you try to face them, but because you don't have that expertise or professional attitude, you fail into those particular circumstances. So I felt that when I went through the curriculum, when I spoke to Prakash sir, he explained me bits and pieces of this curriculum, and I could feel that this is something that is related to the business community at a large. So that was the reason I took up this course. And at the same time, because of my past experience with Indian Chartered Accountancy, I would say that Indian Chartered Accountancy is one of the most prestigious qualification that any person would like to have in India. But the structure of Indian Chartered Accountancy did not actually please me that much. It was not meant for me. I felt that it was not meant for me because you have to give 4 or 3 papers at the same time and get an aggregate marking as well. So when I looked into ACCA structure, I could see that the structure is made so flexible. You take up your coaching, you have 3 months time, you have taken your coaching. Now after 3 months, your exams approach and you take up one subject at a time. And you try to clear it with ease. So you can give your best at one paper, try to get the best out of that, try to get the knowledge. I feel that not only clearing a qualification is important, you should actually gain some knowledge out of it. Having a paper degree, it doesn't add any value to you, but you should be able to apply it into your daily lives. And at the end of the day, it is the knowledge that counts for you. So I felt that this is really practical and applicable in your business day-to-day life. So that is the reason I chose ACCA as a career platform.
Okay, yeah, right. So Shamsuddin, what I gathered is that you also felt that when you're studying ACCA, there's no rote learning. I'm sure the stage at which you were, you do not need a paper degree because you do not intend to go and work for a big shot MNC or something like that. You purely were in need of a qualification which provides you the kind of value and the insights, the acumen that you can apply to your business and take it to the next level. Yes, also, what you pointed out was the flexibility bit, right? Yeah. The ACCA qualification is actually very flexible. It allowed you to take your exams as in how you're prepared. So you could prepare for one paper, take the exam, and then move on to the next level. Yeah. So what I think in the past, where you had breaks in your educational qualification, you were not able to manage it, perhaps with your running business and your time commitments, was it?
Yes, ma'am. I was unable to manage a chunk of exams at the same time and managing the time with regard to my business commitments, because I'm highly committed into the business as well, because I actually look towards the debtors management and the negotiations with the supplier. So it takes away huge time from my pocket. I have to steal time in order to study for the papers, and I was able to steal time for ACCA.
Yeah, because it is more of analytical. You have to just understand the concepts and then apply that knowledge rather than just going and the other thing is you don't have to, that group system is not there. So you don't have to, sit for 3 to 4 papers at the same time.
Yeah, that was a very big plus point for me.
It worked for you. Yeah. So similarly, I was just very recently reading that ACCA Institute had conducted a research recently, which was named the Generation Next. And it had, say, about 19,000 plus respondents globally. And it said that 80% plus of the respondents wanted to actually do their own business. And ACCA, I really want to tell my viewers that ACCA is a qualification which, gives you that kind of skill sets, which will help you in your business, because nobody can do business without being financially smart. Without the financial smarts, without taking financially wise decisions, it is not possible for anyone to do business. And ACCA is just the right qualification which fills in, for that knowledge gap over there. Shamsuddin, next I would like to ask you, now that you've completed, say, about more than 50% of the qualification, how has it helped you in your business? Are there any kind of changes that you've brought in after you started pursuing this program? Would you like to share with us?
It definitely helps you when you have a knowledge regarding a particular aspect of your business. What happens is that your approach towards things do change. And when I took up this qualification, I felt that I was lacking in many parts with regard to the knowledge. So it helped me particularly in data management and my inventory control, what is going wrong, how it is to be managed, how things are to be incorporated into the software. Even though we don't study anything relating to software, but you get a lot of knowledge which can be incorporated into your software through your programmer. That will help you out, making your life much more easy. Otherwise, what happens is that you keep struggling for 9 hours a day and you get nothing at the end of the day. But if you have a knowledge regarding a particular area or a particular field of your business, what happens, you try to make your life easy. So I felt that particularly in terms of data management, inventory management, these things I was able to do in a well-managed way after I took up this qualification of ACCA.
And what about accounting, finance? Do you look into these areas also of your business?
Yes, ma'am. I do look into these areas of the business as well. Accounting stuff. Also, I was able to contradict various stuffs which are not as per the rules, or when I sit with people who are dealing with this department of mine, I could question them certain things which were relevant for the accounting from the accounting perspective or financial perspective. So I could get a clarity what they are saying, what terminologies they are using. So it doesn't become a jargon anymore. It actually becomes a way of life, a walk of life, when you are familiar with certain terminologies, certain terms, certain stuffs which are being used by a professional.
Okay. So Shamsuddin, I have to applaud you for the kind of sincerity that you have shown. Although you had a couple of breaks in your academic journey, but once you started with ACCA, I think you were hell-bent on completing it in the shortest possible time frame. So what I see is there has been a lot of focus and diligence that has gone in since the time you started your ACCA. So, phenomenal. It's like 8 papers you completed, started right from the knowledge level, and you completed 8 papers in a year and a half. So now please share with our viewers what's been your strategy. What was your strategy for, completing papers so quickly in this field?
I would say the viewers that the very first thing is you should trust your teacher and you should follow the instruction that is given by your teacher. In India, as we say, guru is everything. So for me, Prakash sir is my hero. He's my guru. What happened is that Prakash sir used to highlight certain points, how to study. Whenever you see his videos in the first class itself, you get an insight how to study. And I could benefit a lot out of it. So I developed my strategy out of those supporting conclusions which Prakash sir could derive out of his experiences. So what happened is that I started deriving a strategy. The first thing was that people do not rely upon the screen reading. People usually take out printouts of the textbooks, printout of their practice kit, and start practicing on pen and paper mode. But this is not the way you have to practice it for an examination that is relating to ACCA. You should practice your stuff on the screen so that you make yourself comfortable. You do not you do not confine yourself to your comfort zone of pen and paper mode. So Prakash sir usually highlights these points in his regular classes. Do not take printouts. So the first thing I would say to all the viewers, do not take printouts of your textbooks, of your practice kit. Do your practice on the system, so that what happens is that when you enter your exam room, you are not in a state of panic. You are completely comfortable because you have already practiced it. That is the first point. The second point is with regard to the time management in your papers. Time management plays a very important role. If you're not good at time management, I can tell you, you are not going to clear your ACCA qualification because the papers are quite lengthy. Uh, People say that it's objective 60%, 40% is subjective when it comes to skills level. But this 60% objective does take away much of your time. It is not that easy. It's not a cakewalk. If people are feeling that it's a cakewalk to crack 60% objective paper, I would say it will take away your time. So do practice it. Time management is really important. Take up mocks which are available on ACCA website. Prakash sir also takes up a final mock before the examination. So that is also important. So time management is really important. I would say the first 60%, the 60 marks objective paper has to be completed within 80 minutes of your time. And then whatever is left out, left out time has to be allocated to the remaining 40 marks, because that 40 marks is relating to some Excel sheet related work or a Word document related work. And if you don't manage your time properly, you are not going to complete your paper. And if you don't complete your paper, don't expect yourself that you'll be clearing the paper of 50% passing mark. And the third thing I would say, study in a way that will add up knowledge, that will brush up your concepts. Don't just study for the sake of studying or gaining a degree, because this is not going to help you out in cracking your exams. ACCA is really practical paper. If you don't work on your concepts, mugging up is not a way you have to follow in ACCA. I would say mugging up is not at all a way. You have to understand it. You try to understand it in as depth as possible, so that any type of question that appears to you, you are at least in a situation, in a position to solve that problem. And I would like to add up one more thing in that, whenever you are taking up a qualification, a professional qualification, you need to be committed to it. Because if you are not maintaining your pace, what happens is that you start losing your interest in that. So you should always try to keep yourself in loop with those things. And when it comes to Saraf Academy, I could find one more important stuff that added to my success is the recorded as well as the live classes. So when you're taking up the live classes and you have some kind of query, and if you're unable to put it up to sir, even in the live session, you can mail it to him and he takes up in the next session. And even if you're not available in that particular live session, what happens is that you get a recording within 24 hours. You keep yourself in loop with those recordings and you get your answers to the best possible way you can get. So this is an added advantage which I saw in Saraf Academy, and people should definitely take advantage of all these features which sir is actually offering with regard to infrastructure of his software, or the way of his teaching, the precise concepts. Because many times what happens is that you just try to mug up the concepts, and sir is also against this concept of mugging up stuff. He says try to understand stuff, so that whatever is the question that has been put up to you in your examination, you are able to address the need of the examiner. So that is the point.
Right. So well put, Shamsuddin. Thanks for your insights. Would you like to also give any examination tips specifically to students? Top 3 examination tips?
I would say do not panic at the last moment. Whatever you have read is the best which you can read. So last day, keep yourself calm, keep yourself composed.
Cool,
and you'll definitely receive a message from Prakash sir one day before your exam. Keep yourself composed and calm, and that really motivates you to keep yourself composed and calm. And try to study each and every chapter in detail. That is important. People, they leave 1 or 2 chapters stating that this is not important. Maybe no questions will turn out from this particular chapter. But if you are not lucky enough, then you end up seeing a very big question from those chapters which you have actually left out from your textbook. So do not leave any chapters, I would say, and stay committed. Then other things are in the hands of God.
And Shamsuddin, how has the journey been like? Have you found it easy or difficult? Because I see it's been a gap of 6 to 7 years, after which you again took up studies, that too along with your business. So if very honestly you could tell us very candidly, how has it been?
It was not that easy, but I would say that since my dad is really cooperative, and my mom and my wife, they both are really cooperative. I was able to restart this journey. I was able to restart my education. ACCA, it's not that easy, but if you are able to give your time, and if you're able to give your energy into it, I would say you will be able to crack it, and you will be able to crack it in a very, very easy way. It will be a walk in the park if you are able to commit yourself to your studies. So I would definitely say that it is not easy, but at the same time, you will be able to crack it.
Yes, so commitment is the key, absolutely. And once you're committed and determined, nothing is difficult at all. So that's been the case with you as well. So it's been really inspiring, Shamsuddin. I would like you to go ahead and give a message to ACCA aspirants, students or professionals, even businessmen like you, who are aspiring to do ACCA or aspiring to do a qualification which would help them to take their careers to a next level. So what would your message be for them?
I would say knowledge is power. So always work on your knowledge. Keep yourself updated. Keeping yourself updated is really important. Your learning shouldn't stop at the university level, that you are done with your university and now your education is completed. No, that is not the case with your learning, with your knowledge. So keep learning and take up anything that interests you, that is related to your field, which will help you out getting some kind of success to yourself, your organization. And the most important thing is you should get satisfied with what you are doing, with what you're learning. So anybody who is interested in the fields of finance or accounting or management, they should definitely look towards ACCA as a career opportunity, as an upgrading opportunity, I would say. And this will definitely help you out improving your knowledge and learning. And learning should be a lifelong process. So do not stop your learning process, I would say. Keep going, and this will definitely help you out in all the ways of your life. Thank you.
Thank you so very much for that fantastic message, Shamsuddin. I would like to thank you for taking out time from your busy schedule to come and share your journey with us and your viewers. So thank you so very much. Best wishes from all of us from the Saraf Academy team. May you achieve greater milestones in your life. And for viewers, I would like to say thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any specific questions for Shamsuddin, you can please put them out in the comment box below and we'll have them answered. Looking forward to you becoming an ACCA affiliate very, very soon. And for viewers, keep learning. Like we said, it's an ongoing process. Keep learning, keep growing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time, Shamsuddin.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.